is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
It's now been made law by virtue of the president signing that. And so he signed that into law. So that's where we are. And it essentially gives life to the budget.
True.
And so you're getting into a new financial year. And so this is it, guys. This is the last financial year of the current term of the administration.
Yeah. Yeah. No, by the time we get to elections, I think he'll be having his last. No? Because the elections are in August. So June will be having, So it's his second last.
It won't be complete if he doesn't win the election.
Yes. So that means if he wins the election, if he doesn't win the election, that means the next president will operate for 1 year with President Ruto's final budget.
Exactly.
So it's just one final budget for him. It's 1 year to elections.
Yes, let's say it's 1 year to elections. It's now 54 weeks to the next general election, essentially. So we don't know, but essentially that's what it would be. If it is in fact that he, this would be, the second to last one, and then somebody else would come and serve if that was the case. Or if he does win, it would be now of this term, or would be of his second term if he did win. Anyway,
let's also remember, he also has room for, what do we call the adjustments? Over budget,
supplementary budget.
Yeah, so he also has room to play around with supplementary.
That can actually happen.
Yeah.
Very good morning to you. It is the 1st of July. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. And after getting to the peak of the week, and now we can see Friday from Friday. But that's what we do. And I hope everybody's doing well. Yes, the weather is cold. Rather, the temperatures are dropping significantly. Well, we're told that it's going to be a very cold July coming in, that June ushered in a cold July. And so here we are this morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Sasa, mimi ndio sioni ama is our live stream up? It is. She has given me the thumbs up. You have such cute thumbs. I didn't notice that before. Hi, Evie. Evie is here. Good morning. And then only Joy B would be carrying around a bottle of dishwashing liquid in her pocket. I'm telling you guys, the things that you see here at the Standard Group in the morning before the cocks have crowed, it's crazy.
Just gotta love it.
Pambazuka, is it a noun or a verb?
Pambazuka.
Can you say I am...
Nimepambazuka.
Oh.
No.
Can you?
Pambazuka, kumepambazuka.
What? It's...
Lakini wapi ukitaka kusema nimepambazuka ni sawa.
I can say whatever I want.
Nimepambazuka vizuri. Kumepambazuka.
Yeah. Hapo ndio tuko leo asubuhi.
Umepambazuka? Umepambazuka?
Sawa. Yeah. If you say so. My Kiswahili teacher, one Yeri Suleiman, will be very proud.
Yes.
Yeah, because saizi Kiswahili inatiririka. Kabisa.
Napenda.
Yep. Nimechukua fursa hii. Ata wadhifa. Wadhifa na
nyadhifa.
Okay. Sawa. Good morning, everybody. Yes, indeed, our live streams are up, I can say categorically, on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. This is the Situation Room this Wednesday morning, and things are looking up. Top of the morning to you. As you get into the room with us, Karibuni Sana. Our audience on KTN is here this morning, and we're very glad to have you. Marian is awake. On Monday, I cannot say the same. I could not have said the same, but today she's up and at 'em. And Mutani, have you noticed? You know me, I noticed the details. This week, she's been wearing nude natural colors the whole week. It's the thing. Utatuambia. Yes.
What's the force behind that?
Don't know. Ndio sababu atatuambia.
Nudity is a thing, eh?
You know. Okay.
Yeah.
I was stuck for a moment there. Okay. Good morning again. What did I want to tell you?
Tell us who will be talking to this morning.
Okay, yes, let me tell you who will be talking to this morning. Good morning, everybody except Raymond Omolo. Not happy with you today in the morning.
Happy.
Everybody, good morning except you. Because what?
Yali choma.
Ay, hapana bwana. Don't even give it attention.
We are investigating. We will give you.
Ama ungefanya nini?
Shut up.
Period. Yeah. Because
we're investigating. We will give you further statements momentarily. Once investigations are over, complete.
Hapana, ungefanya nini? Because I'm not happy.
Sasa Seto alikuwa abducted, alikuwa anajificha kwa nyumba. Yet nililimwa proper. I can't even talk. So mimi nilijipiga tu.
Yeah.
It's the same statement they gave when Albert Ojwang died.
It's the same thing they said about Robert many years ago. Robert Ouko shot himself.
Doused himself.
And then doused himself in fuel and then burnt himself.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Do you know, there's something called a brain-to-mouth filter. In the event that it is dysfunctional, cease to speak completely.
Can I tell you what is lacking in that entire conversation? Chloride dioxide battery. It is not powering things up.
Didn't put your batteries into the filter this morning.
No, changing the
didn't
terminals.
charge. Yeah, you didn't put the things correctly in the morning when you were having coffee. Then you just be realizing through the day that you should not say anything. Because you know that you've not charged your
battery.
Thanks.
That's
how it should actually work. I do agree that there's some people who have just bad behavior. But in this case, the indicators all point to the fact that, you don't want to take responsibility for the fact that there are some rogue individuals who are doing unseen, inhumane things to other Kenyans.
And I think what we're saying is, in the police service, we have amazing individuals who are doing amazing stuff. But among them, there are some, what can we label them?
Miscreants.
That one.
It just sounds like, miscreants.
Just miscreants, those ones. Those are the ones, Mr. Molo, you need to deal with. Those are the ones that need to go.
You can't give a blanket condemnation. You know, there are pictures of human beings being manhandled and carted into vehicles by police officers. And then now you want to tell us that those people miraculously found their way to their heart. And you know what? I choose peace. Peace like a river. It is well.
It is well.
Yes, it has to
with
be.
My soul.
Well, let me tell you what we'll be talking about today as we get into it. Sawa.
Kabisa.
At 7 o'clock, we will have a conversation about debt and digital shift.
Shifsha. Okay.
What is going on? The glitch, how far? Is it okay now?
The 7-day glitch. Okay. As at yesterday, there was still a glitch.
Bros, a 7-day glitch is not a glitch.
Yeah. No, that breakdown that they call a glitch.
Okay, let's give CS Aiden Dwale the benefit of doubt, okay, and that there's a little mouse in the system, and they're trying to send a cat in to catch the rats. Let's just say that for now. Dr. Bill Morioki is the chairman, KMPDU Nairobi, and a NEC member. Beatrice Cairo is a health economist and public policy expert. They both join us to look at, is healthcare paying the price? Because if it's not, perhaps you need to figure it out. Now they're changing the system. They're going digital.
Yeah.
What does this mean against the original SHA system? Now it's the digital health DA system.
Yeah.
This DA do. Okay, something.
Money DIMS. Digital Information Management System.
DEMIS.
Okay. That one.
HEMIS.
It's just when it has a miss. That's why it's missing things, missing the point.
Something.
Yeah.
Or something. Can you see how we are confused?
104 billion down the drain.
It's not down the drain in Jesus' name. Because what? Let's have a conversation about that with these two individuals at 7 o'clock. Because where? At 8 o'clock, we're going to be talking about abductions. Activist Wafula Buke is going to join us at 8, a walk down memory lane, so that you can actually tell us, those of you who want to abduct and disappear yourselves, how do you go about it? So that maybe we can actually tell the PS, Ministry of Interior, that kuna vile, if somebody has abducted themselves, you can tell.
And someone had disappeared themselves and tortured themselves,
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll have that conversation with Warabuke at 8 o'clock. So that's what it looks like at 8. And then we're going to finish off the conversation with investing in democracy and human rights. Jackson Obare is a Forum Civ regional manager, and Marie Ottoson is the head of development operation at the Embassy of Sweden in Nairobi. Both these individuals will join us for that conversation at 9. So that's what it looks like on this Wednesday. Get into the room. Let's engage. Let's have the conversation, because this is the Situation Room with Dennis Tolateto, Ndroko. It's Kenya's biggest conversation. Let's get into it.
Yes.
As we do, we are are in Lesotho.
Lesotho. So it said a single Lesotho is called?
Masutu. Lesotho.
Okay. What do I mean?
Basotho.
We said it is one country in the continent that is highest in terms of how they look at others because of where they're placed.
Yes.
Over 1,000 meters above sea level, right? Rich in gold. But remember, they are also rich in water. They supply that. They actually export water to South Africa. Yeah, a lot is happening in South Africa, yeah?
A lot. June 30th was the
June
day
30th
where they
was
said
yesterday,
all illegal immigrants need to get out of South Africa. But then you also see that across Africa, there's been a call to boycott all South African products.
Yep.
Whether it's the phone, food, their supermarkets, their music, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
It's boiling and it doesn't look pretty
It
at all.
doesn't look pretty because that now looks to 53 against 1.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What does that do to an economy that was built at the backbone of other African countries? Anyway, let's go to the proverb. The proverb today says, Utapenda, even a small meal reaches the mouth. Even a small meal reaches the mouth.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something that we can be grateful for, even the little morsels.
Yeah.
That it's something as opposed to nothing. That it'll get to your mouth, and if it's your mouth that's the first place of digestion, that it'll do something for you. So I guess we can be grateful in the small things and in the big. Yep. I see it as from a point of gratitude that we can actually enjoy. Yes.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Every single step gets you closer to that 1,000 miles. So
yes.
Never despise your small beginnings.
Very
it
true.
Could be small today, but it is the building blocks upon which you will achieve that which is destined for you. So keep on hustling. My high school teacher, Mr. Ruri, would say, my high school principal, Mr. Ruri Goodman, would say, Japan. You know what Japan means?
It's a country over there in Asia.
According to Mr. Ruri, Japan means that pole when you're, say, in a bus. It is a little effort that you need to put for you to be comfortable, especially when you're standing in a bus. But ultimately, you'll end up at the destination. So,
Sasa unafika Japan na matatu ama? Okay, so
Mr. Ruri explained, but he told us to Japan.
So you just Japan.
So you just Japan. You'll end up there.
So, okay, you'll get there.
You'll get there. Yeah.
Okay, let's say hello to everybody this morning. As we get into it, Karibu Sana, thank you for joining us. And I just realized that, quite a number of people do every morning. And even as we get into these conversations, a place for us to 100% engage from across the world, right here into the country, and even in your little spaces. Let's engage and talk about some of these things. A very good morning to you, says Peter Carey, tuning from Mombasa. Stop being ashamed of how many times you've fallen and start being proud of how many times you've gotten up. That if you're here today, you've actually lived the worst of your yesterdays. You've gotten through the worst of it.
Yeah.
And you're still here. So there's something to then give thanks about.
True.
Shaq Bet says, top of the morning, Spice FM. Good morning to you, Karibu Sana. Good to have you in the room this morning. Very good morning to you, Esther Wamboi. Good morning and Karibu Sana. Thank you for joining us today. You're listening in from Komarok, Karibu. Beatrice Omanwa says, good morning, tuning from Dallas in Texas. Wairimo, who is in the Bay in San Francisco, we're looking for you. Where are you?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. You've been listening silently. If you have been and you're here, do say hello to us this morning. Robert Mboko says, good morning, tuned in from Mombasa. Linda Gola says, bonjour. Happy July, folks, and happy July to you too. May it be a good one this month. Jimmy Munudi says, good morning, Spice family. Happy new month to you too as well. Thank you, Jimmy, for being here in the morning. Clement Ochola is tuned in from Malindi Kwachocha. How are you? We're fine.
Fine.
Mtungi wa gas itashushwa hadi 300 ama 500 ama penye niko bei ndio haijashuka.
Ni kwangu haijashuka.
Hata kwangu, in case of anything imeongezeka. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Anybody who's still thinking, because I can say this, anybody who's still thinking right now that to buy a cylinder of gas is going to be 500 shillings in this administration, it's not.
And
I think we should just get off the soapbox. It's not going to happen.
Let me add something on that. And if it happens, it's
You'll
more
shake your head.
reason why the government needs to go home. Because it's a promise that ought to have been kept when they got to office, not on the 4th or 5th year, because there is an election.
Yeah.
So if that happens, then remember, you needed that 4 years ago.
It's
Simple.
It's done, man. This iyo imenda.
Emenda.
Wow. Hello. If in case you're wondering, Aseto is awake. Yeah. Come on. Anybody who's waiting, it's just like there was also, you know what?
Yeah.
There was also a fund that was supposed to be created for commercial sex workers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
A revolving fund, yeah?
Yeah.
Did they ever get it?
Guess it's as good as
they
mine.
licensed?
That's another thing that's
Are
not
they
good.
legal in the country to start with?
Well, come on. If the government was going to give them a fund, you think that...
But then the government would be participating in an illegality because, remember, commercial sex in the country is illegal. So
Yeah.
that is one that would say you are lied to from the word go. Because the government cannot participate in anything illegal, one would say.
Kusikia jana ukiambiwa we can do first aid.
Bandage.
Bandage. That it's illegal, but we can still do it. What does that tell you? That it's done every single day.
Thank you.
Kimiak, happy new month, good people. To you too, Kimiak, how are you doing? Thanking God for life over the past half year. Kabisa. Now the month might be changed, but the scripture hasn't. And it says nothing good will come out of the Kenya Kwanzaa administration.
Bless you.
I want to meet Kimiak.
I want to meet Kimiak. I want to meet Kimiak, Isakale, Jennifer, and Wanda.
In one place. How's that? Breakfast at Tiffany's.
But I would love to meet everybody.
I want to meet
as
everybody.
well.
I think we could have
Let's
a great,
go
it would be
Baraza one day.
nice.
Yeah.
Baraza with audience. That would be fun.
Yep.
I can see Evie already pulling her hair out. Drift Session says, good morning, happy new month. Good morning, good night, happy new month, happy H2 2026. Leo says, hello, Princess Ndu and Aseto, good morning. Splendid new month. 7 is divinity. Indeed, it is. Same old script repeating itself after every protest, kidnapping, torture. And who's funding the protests? I know, it's still the same thing. D Combo says, habari zenu mandugu na madada. Good morning to you. Desmond Otis says, happy new month. Msisahau ile kitu CS Mbadi alisoma kwa mbunge the other day is effective from today. Yes. It is. Tibbs Muge says, good morning. Central banks around the globe are reducing their fiat bonds, I beg your pardon, and increasing the gold reserves. When there's a bank run, do not be the last ones holding the bag. Good morning, guys, says Erica Ward. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. And Mahanu Oliver says, good morning, Spice family. This World Cup is thrilling. Isn't it just? Wait for that day Kenya will ever participate in one. Hope I will be alive by then. You should. In fact, I've decided EVE and Joylene, we will go watch a match just from beginning to end. One day, only one. We don't move. One match. From, when they're going to start the match, they blow the whistle.
Yep.
When they finish, also they blow the whistle. From whistle start to finish. Sit through halftime. There's halftime, by the way.
Yeah.
Then now we finish and go home. Sindo? You're gonna do
You
it.
could also end up in penalties depending on where
It could be
you
in penalty.
are.
We could go to 120 minutes. We could go to 150 kind of thing. But yeah, we'll do it before this World Cup is over.
I think there's a way where we hope our Harambee Stars get to qualify one of these fine days. We always wish them the very best. But another alternative would be Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Bid, host it.
Host the World Cup.
Yeah, direct entry.
Malizeni na hii inakuja next year. This one for
So now we have
Talanta.
Now we have
AFCON. We are hosting AFCON next year.
Yeah.
Just do that one first. If you do, then we'll see.
We
Tuongea na kina
don't have travel restrictions, visa is ETA. People can come.
Former Sepp Blatter.
Yes.
Tuongea na hao. So that I've said former.
Yeah.
You can see how we can get through. He's the guy. That's why he had those charges against him. He's the guy who used to do those first aid that Mwangangi was talking about.
Kapsa.
If it's necessary. Okay. A very good morning to you, Bwangi Juma. Tuned in. How are you all this morning? This far is God, and it shall be blessed this July. Amen. David Thyro says, David, you want to get me in trouble? Somali pirate Allah says, good morning. My county 019 is locked. Iyo ni gani hiyo? The person who can tell me which one is county 019, I'll tell you what I'll do for you after you tell me.
Where you got the O as a lot, me and you.
Christina A says, good morning.
Moved on swiftly.
Very fast. Do we know our rights? This is what Christine is asking this morning. Maybe judiciary or us just don't understand Article 1.2 directly or indirectly. We went to Parliament to wield power directly. Bring Nganga Mwegai and Adrian Oloch. Oh, okay. Mashara and Jerry says, good morning, tuned in. Ndu and Dennis, happy new month. Cabinet meeting to discuss ghost workers in the ministry. Can you imagine? Me reckon. They know who that. Okay. By the virtue of definition of ghost, it means the thing does not exist.
Yeah.
So, and in order for the thing to be put there that does not exist, there's a real existent person who is benefiting. That person is known. Hello.
I have a question.
Axe.
The ghosts don't exist. Their accounts do exist. The money is withdrawn after it's been credited, right? So one asks the question.
The ghost keeper.
The ghost keeper
alive.
is alive.
Yes.
Can we get the ghost keeper?
That's what I'm saying. We're just pretending here, telling us, as we have ghost workers, we have ghost schools, we have ghost. Shut up. You
mom,
know who they are.
You said it today.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize. Sheesh. You see now this thing that what? Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Collins Juma says, good morning, Team Spice. 97 billion to curb corruption. Disaster is waiting. I don't even want to talk about that. Paul Olaka says, good morning. Good morning from Oman, says Sue Wanga. Caroline Nyambura is tuning in this morning. And happy new month. Luke 14:14 she says, the Lord says you will be blessed. May the Lord fulfill this word over your lives in this new month. Kiweni sana.
Yes.
Kabisa. Amen. And thank you for that. That prayer definitely is one that we say a big amen to. All right. Getting into it with the rest of you this morning. Yambura. Good morning. Hello from Baltimore in Maryland. Very good morning to you. Osada Emily says, good morning. We thank God for the new month. Miezi inayoyoma.
Yeah.
Where?
They're getting fewer.
Getting closer to the D-Day in 2027, indeed. It's Kenny says, good morning, Team Spice, tuning from Kiambu. As a doctor, I can tell you, Ndu, SHA is the greatest scam, only second to affordable housing. Allah? Dr. Kenny? Nyaji? Drift Core says, good morning, tune in from Mumias. I like your boldness, guys. Even after sustained state attacks, you do give us a reason to listen to radio and TV. Thank you so much.
You.
Clive says, good morning, Spice. If the president reads the Standard newspaper, then P.S. Raymond should too. Should he just not? Kennedy Anyonya says, good morning. Greetings from to Moses, Doctor. You're greeting your people? Okay. They've greeted you back. Richard Odera says, good morning, Team Spice. Good morning to you. Tuned in from Mikindani in Mombasa. Isa Kale says, Ndu, just jump my comment. It's not there, I promise you. It's not there, wallahi. I bado, we shall listen by force. Aseto, you should meet and vet Ndu.
Vet.
Vet for what?
Yeah, vet.
Isa, I wallahi, your comment is not there. I promise. I would never. Wagwan Spice, revolutionary journalist, Ubuntu na Pamoja, Kimathi Nkrumah McConnell, a very good morning to you. And Mercy Wandera is tuned in. 019 is Nyeri. It's Nyeri?
Yes, Nyeri.
Okay, fantastic. I said I'll do something. I'll tell you in a minute. Good morning, blessed crew. Do I think that you have a talent for languages? At this rate, you're learning to speak Kiswahili. I know you'll be completely fluent in no time. Hongera. Asante sana. I actually do have a penchant for languages. It will pick them up here and there. Thank you so much. I'll do an entire 30 minutes in Kiswahili someday. Good evening. Good morning. My people, says Gekota, Princess Ndu and Dennis Asetu, and EVE. The Kenyan think the public is their enemy and the executive thinks the same way. Watching from Miami in Florida. Happy new month, Gekota. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. If I missed your comment, I'm very sorry. Isa, wallahi, please take my apology. I didn't mean to do that. It was not intentional. But wallahi, it's not there. Maybe you need to put it again. Amma?
There's a comment that has been given by the 200. 104 billion shillings used for SHA is equivalent to half the price of the most expensive hospital in the world. We are being carried babies.
We are being carried bébé. C'est un bébé en français. We're being carried un bébé. And not the nice one for Lingala.
Nope.
Crazy.
Ni hapo kwa sasa.
Acha tuangalie huko if it's going to be colder today and whether Dennis is going to have a hard time.
On sky and on ground, what the situation is like.
Absolutely. Then we'll come back and look into the headlines. Good morning. Karibuni sana.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day. The weather with Spice. This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day. This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
Means without. Lack of.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? No body, no life. Why the state must produce missing men. The High Court has ordered Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja to account for one of the two men who vanished, dead or alive, as the protest demanding their release descended into bloodshed, with police fatally shooting a bystander. As pressure mounts over the disappearances, abductees are resurfacing with chilling, similar accounts of being blindfolded, handcuffed, starved and tortured in secret safe houses, prompting the question, who is behind it all? Meanwhile, the government insists that those claiming they were kidnapped were merely in hiding. You needed a bit of a vacay, so you decided to disappear, and then on the way back, you've told people, well, actually, you know what, I was abducted. That's what the government says. There's a picture there of the inset, Maxwell Kiarie and Abdulaziz Zizu Molu, two gentlemen missing. The court says, court basically is using legal language to say, stop this nonsense and bring these people. For the court to pronounce itself on something like that, they have been able to get evidence and they have interpreted the law and they've said, you know what, there's a game afoot here and we're not going to stand for it. Dead or alive, present this person because they were last seen in your custody. Bring them. You know what has happened to them. So we're not asking you to come and tell us, oh, what happened on Tuesday at 4:17. We've already gone past that. So guess what? You, Douglas Kanja, bring them, dead or alive. This nonsense must stop.
You know, even when the government says that these individuals were hiding, I repeat, the government is speaking from a position of knowledge.
You would think.
That means if you know that these individuals are hiding, clearly you know where they might be hiding. Your job is to take them out and present them to court. Do that. Second of all, we are living in a country. Remember, there is an individual who committed murder in the United States. He came to Kenya. He went into hiding. How long did it take for the government of Kenya to investigate and find that man, take him to court, and ship him back to America? The very same government today is telling us it cannot produce individuals in court who are in hiding, and they know they are hiding.
You know that they're hiding, so you must know where they're hiding. So then you bring them to court then.
Exactly.
Because if 1 + 1 = 2, then guess what? 3 + 3 = 6.
6.
You know for a fact that these individuals are in hiding. You also know everything, right? So you bring them from their hiding then, and the court has told you then we need them. Because you've told us that the people who have said that they are missing or abducted were actually in hiding. You know this. Now court, because police is under the ministry where Raymond Molo was speaking for.
Yes.
And you have said that these individuals are in hiding. Court has said hire. But you bring them then.
And even the court is telling you, Habia Sangoa.
Corpus.
Bas.
Let's just move to the next page because what? Now, people who suffered with mathematics, that 1 hour, 20 minutes class, 40 minutes class, 60 minutes class when Walimu wa math used to do the thing. A guy has taught math for 45 hours. A teacher who refused to stop inside a 45-hour math marathon. Mathematics teacher puts in 45 hours teaching to break a world record. Fenwick Maloba says it was just a dream and his passion. Now he waits ratification. Is he the first person in the world to teach math continuously? For 45 hours. Nakuru math teacher. He has officially completed a grueling teaching marathon that began at 8 a.m. on Friday, putting him in a position to claim bragging rights in the Guinness World Records once the attempt is ratified. That'll be fun to see what the boys and girls at Guinness do.
True.
Great migration begins as the wildebeest reach the Mara. This is the time of the year when they're starting to move. You know what? It's interesting because I had a conversation with somebody and they said, it's just a day. Actually, the Great Migration takes place over months.
Yeah.
It's not a day event. It's just like even the crossing of the Red Sea in biblical times. People think, Pharaoh's people were coming, and then one day Moses just did like this, pa, and then the water opened, pa, and then they crossed and closed. No, it took a long time. Yeah. So this is it's the 7th wonder of the world, 8th wonder of the world. The wildebeest migration is starting. It's quite a thing to behold. Every year, over 1 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of zebra, gazelle, migrate between Tanzania's Serengeti National Park and Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve in search of fresh pasture and water. And it's also a time that we see that a lot of young are born. Yes. The migration, driven by seasonal rains, is regarded as one of the world's greatest wildlife spectacles. Its most dramatic moments occur when the animals cross the crocodile-infested Mara River, where many fall prey to predators or are swept away by strong currents. Beyond the river crossing, the migration attracts lions, leopards, cheetah, and hyena, creating exceptional wildlife viewing opportunities and making July to October the peak tourism season in the Masai Mara. It's great stuff to see.
The only other thing that is sad that wildebeest migration has attracted is hotels that block the path.
The corridor, yeah, absolutely. The migratory corridor for the animals, which is so many things that are just, it's weird. Yeah. This is the greatest thing. People from around the world are coming to you, put a hotel right there, bam.
Yeah. You can have the great view of the concrete. It's fine.
So Outer Ring has been a mess the last couple since Friday, and then there was a bit of a lull, and then yesterday they came back and said absolutely not. One of our own was killed. Police have been ordered to produce the missing man as protester has been shot dead in the city. Let me just move. Ex-DP to Ruto, ex-DP meaning the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, and he said, blame yourself, not the media, is what he said. He made a statement yesterday, and he was saying, he actually mentioned a couple of journalists, and he said, if anything should happen to any of these guys, it is you to blame. We already know that they may or may not be followed. He has said that concerns over the infringement of media freedom is actually giving him sleepless nights, and he doesn't want that to occur anymore. Where? It seems that there's a crack in Linda Mwananchi, from what we're being told. Cracks in Linda Mwananchi over opposition alliance ahead of 2027. Some leaders fear alliance would betray promise of generational political change. Analysts warn prolonged infighting could weaken the movement's appeal among young voters. It could. That's not even a lie. So if you don't get your ducks in a row, there's going to be a problem. End of an era. Final KCSE registration opens. The Kenya National Examinations Council has issued what could be the final opportunity for thousands of Kenyans who've never sat the KCSE examination. Now, this is not for the ones who are in school, because we know that the current Form 3s will be the ones who will sit KCSE for the last time in 2027. But anybody who's never sat the exam for whatever reason, you didn't finish Form 4, whatever, KNEC says, come, register.
This is the last time.
Because next year will be the final KCSE. So you have an opportunity to do that, and you might want to do that now. Hello? Do that now. You might want to actually do that now. Hi, Jerry and Marion.
Graffiti.
Just come into the house. We have to say hi to you. Okay. So even as we're turning the page, if that can just happen with my fingers, looking into the story of the next page.
Page 8.
Yes. What to expect from new tax rules and tax measures is on page 8. And there is your CS expert, FCPA John Baddy. Teachers and civil servants laugh all the way to the bank as July pay rises take effect. That was to happen in the new financial year, and we're into that. Kenya's ward of diseases and destruction as El Nino closes in. It's closing in. And why the High Court ordered Ruto to reshuffle cabinet? High Court has so now Kenya has been left in a spot where the court says you have 120 days. This gender balance in your cabinet, first of all, doesn't exist.
Yes.
You have 120 days to rewrite that issue. You must have 2/3 gender balance in your cabinet. And if that's not happening, we're giving you 2 months. Ngapi? 2 to sort out your things. Yes, that is what they have said. Sawa. And on the opinion pages this morning, Faith Wekesa talks about repression in Uganda and the dying Pan-Africanism dream. If Pan-Africanism as a dream dies, tukona shida. Coming together as Africa is probably one of the things that we can do that is a panacea to world domination of the African continent. Germany is out of the World Cup.
They are.
Yes, they are. Germany was beaten by unsuspecting Paraguay. And this is crazy because now Paraguay is in the round of 16. It was unexpected. DR Congo now dream of an England upset today. This would be the match to watch, EVE, between England and DR Congo. If that were to happen, in fact, they can just declare that the World Cup is over. Those are the stories that we're looking at. Get yourself a copy of the Standard newspaper today, or the Standard e-paper, www.standardmedia.co.ke.
Yes, let's go to the Daily Nation. Now, rogue officials to pay for abuses. That's what the court said. Now, a court of appeal judgment that rogue public officers must personally settle compensation awarded to aggrieved persons and not have taxpayers shoulder the burden tightens the accountability for those in authority as more cases against state excesses are filed. You see the compensation conversation that we are hearing now that the government gave out 2 billion shillings. Now that 2 billion shillings, according to this court order, right, should be paid by individuals who've been investigated and found culpable to have flouted the law, to be the ones paying the bill, not the taxpayers.
Yeah.
Because the taxpayers were not involved in flouting
In your
and
nonsense.
extrajudicial killing.
Yeah.
Not taxpayers. That's the way to go. What that means is any officer who will be going or any official who's giving these orders will be really careful because they know in case compensation is needed, it comes from your pocket. Now, you're talking about abductions. State Rights Watchdog condemns enforced disappearances. That is the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights asks security agencies to reveal the whereabouts of 3 missing persons. Now, global bodies urge Museveni to end NMG outlets shut down. The World Association of News Publishers, WANEFRA, and the World Editors Forum have asked President Yoweri Museveni to lift military siege on NMG Uganda's radio, TV, and print outlets. Why is there seemingly the need to just curtail the media? Because they are pretty much, the media just reports what it is you're doing. Right?
But the thing is that if I also know that the thing that I'm doing is not right, why would I want anybody to come and say? So in order for you not to say the things about what I'm doing that are not right, see, then I keep you shut up.
So are they also going to close the social media because still they're being posted there? Anyway, NTSA shelves private car inspection to next year after public outreach. The National Transport Safety Authority has suspended the mandatory annual inspection of private vehicles, citing shortage of certified centers. My question is very simple. By the time you're coming with this decision, this new regulation, did you look at your capacity to do it?
No.
So what exactly were you doing? If you know you don't have capacity, don't you build your capacity first, involve Wananchi, so that by the time you're rolling it out, you have the capacity and Wananchi also understand why you're doing what you're doing?
Absolutely, if you didn't live on Jupiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you clearly live on Jupiter because you lived on Earth where things are supposed to be done normally.
At least Jupiter
then at
can
least
even be
those,
seen.
Yeah, you see.
These ones are in Pluto.
Which, in fact, you're right. It's Pluto because Pluto is no longer even a planet.
It's not even a planet.
Yeah, so for God's sake.
The only Pluto that remains is the name of a dog. But anyway, global...
Okay.
Global body urges Museveni to end NMG outlets. That has been expounded further in page 2 and page 3. Lamu's journey from a terror hotspot to a model of community-driven peace. So security operations and community campaign against radicalization transformed into a model of peace building. Al-Shabaab attacks once dominated headlines from Lamu, but peace efforts are bearing fruit. If there is one thing that we are to learn from Lamu is that when you are focused to doing it and you work together with Wananchi, they will help you achieve that which you want.
Yep.
Because remember, if you want intelligence, they're the ones to give you. They will tell you what exactly is happening within their communities. Mokona example, striking blow against impunity, trouble for rogue public servants. That has been expounded on page 4 of The Nation. And parents reject plan to increase school fees. So the government is funding education. However, if it is unable to fully finance education, parents should not be made to bear the burden of fee increases. That is according to NPA chairperson Silas Obuhatsa. Yes.
I have if I want to play devil's advocate,
play.
Just Kidogo, please. Who should pay? If schools are complaining that they don't have enough to go round, who should pay? remember that this is public education.
Yes.
What does that mean? That it is funded by?
Government.
Right. So it should actually, you can actually fund this education if you decide to do it right.
Yes.
So in the event where if you ask me, asking the parents to pay is easy work. You don't have to be creative. You don't have to think about getting the job done right. You don't have to say, where do I apply this? You don't have to say, even hire actuaries to find out how much it does cost to send a child from ECDE onto tertiary. You don't have, you see, by just telling parents, pay the extra 43,000 or 27,000 per year, what you've done is that you have given the government a free pass.
Yes.
Because constitutionally, the children of this country have a right to education. The vanguard of that right is government. The vanguard of that right is government. So if you are not fulfilling that which your constitution, which you all sat down and ratified by way of referendum, said that let's go ahead with this, then you now come back and tell them, okay, you who gave birth to these children, give us more money to do our job. I've put it simply.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what it is. We are unable to do our job. Now, rather than for us to leave office, we are going to stay here and insist that you...
Shift blame, shift responsibility.
That's exactly what you're doing.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because one asks the question, how did Kibaki do it? Especially using a constitution. You know, in the current constitution, it's clearly well spelled out.
They'll tell you that there are more children now, that
is fine.
Things are more expensive.
Kenyans equally pay more taxes today than during Kibaki's time. The government of Kenya has more taxes today than during Kibaki's time. So when you talk about allocation, because remember, education as well gets the biggest chunk of allocation, but still,
we can't see it.
We can't see it. Schools today operate in what? Pending bills, because we've chosen not to pay. We've chosen not to do our jobs. Bwana, kama huwezi go home. NTSA shelves the private vehicle inspection. That is on page 8 has been expounded there. And on page 10, IEBC, there's a question, how we plan to deal with goons during elections. Now, the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission has told a parliamentary committee that people who are not official agents of candidates will not be allowed within 400 meters of tallying centers during elections. It has always been the case.
That they'll do what?
They want to deal with goons. That people who are not registered agents will not be allowed within 400 meters of tallying centers. It has always been the case.
So that's what.
What's the new thing you're doing?
What's the new thing that you're doing now to ensure that doesn't happen?
You keep telling us, piga kura wende home. Yeah.
No.
So my next question then is, how is IEBC dealing with goons? That's not their job. The people who should deal with goons is the police. But then again, what conversations is IEBC police having with the political class with whom goons are attached to?
Do you remember that after the by-elections that took place in Malava and Mbere North, IEBC sat here and told us what? It is now a police case. In fact, we are following closely with the police to find out who were the perpetrators of the violence at the polling station.
Yep.
That was last year in October. Till tomorrow, until the cock has crowed how many times?
Yeah.
What is the report on that? I beg, they shouldn't come and disturb us with some random drama here.
Yeah.
They don't intend to. They should just forget about it. You'd rather even tell us that this is a number of people that we have registered for voting until. Don't come and tell us things that you know very well that you're not going to do. Stop gaslighting Kenyans. It's enough, I beg.
What to tell us is, during the by-elections that we see, there are goons attached to specific politicians. Counsel those politicians from running for office. Then we will be sure that you are fulfilling your mandate. Yours is not to arrest goons. Yours is not to control goons. Yours is to deal with the political class who are involved in the election process.
Guess what of mine you're having today? My dose of what?
Mena.
It's yours.
Thank you.
Because what the hell?
Yes. Then, Kenyans fleeing South Africa begin arriving. Now, the number is 148 of migrants who have been killed in attacks since 2022, according to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project. So, first batch of 26 escaping xenophobic attacks has returned home. They are already in the country, and 63 others are on their way. Others are also seeking refuge at the Kenyan embassy in South Africa.
It's a thing, guys. If in case you didn't,
is.
it's a serious thing that people are being asked to leave South Africa. But the question is, will you then be able to operate in isolation? Will you be able to, as a country of South Africa, be able to operate in isolation? It looks like it's as a move that we know that there's a wave of nationalism across Europe, especially in Western Europe, and then going towards the Americas. We know that this is happening. Is South Africa ready to embrace this nationalism that you speak out? Because the nationalism that you're looking for at this moment will obviously be peppered with some isolation.
True.
Because of the way in which you're handling it.
It is already.
Yes. So I don't know if this is the move that you want to make. It doesn't look very safe to me.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about the geopolitical space within which you're entering into now. Ramaphosa, I don't know, but your other guy, Malema, told them that they should be careful. Don't know what's happening, but doesn't look too good right now from where we're sitting.
You know, South Africa has been seen most of the time as being one of the countries that speaks most about issues to do with Africa.
Yeah.
It's just taken that away by kicking out the people they have been speaking on behalf of. How do they move from this? How do they reclaim their position? How do they talk of Pan-Africanism on the global stage?
I don't know how they're going to come from this one.
Ngumu
sana. It's one to watch for sure. Let's see what happens, because Kenyans are leaving and we see a whole bunch of Ghanaians who had left. Zimbabweans had started to go. Nigerians
are out.
I'm already out as well. So South Africa maybe in a very short while be left with just South Africans. And then what? Let's wait and see what that would look like. Also, this story of the IEBC promising to stamp out political goons. Don't promise things that you're not able to do. And then there's a photo up here with Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka visiting Luchima in hospital. And I called it a photo op for a reason. You can figure that out. 3 million youth are hooked on Mira as heroin and cocaine spread. 3 million. 3 million, guys. 3 million. It's 2 million short of a tenth of the population hooked on drugs.
Just say half the population of Nairobi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good at all. As well as divorce and sibling feuds emerge as the biggest threat to family firms in Kenya. There's dis-ease, guys. There's dis-ease. It's 7 a.m.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
They're literally in the zone, like